All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and take my eye patches off. I've had these on for about 15 minutes just to rejuvenate my eyes and just get my skin looking really good. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. So I've been using this primer as a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip. I have the Milk Hydro Grip as well, but ever since I tried this primer out, I just haven't went back to my Hydro Grip. For an everyday look, I feel like the e.l.f. Power Grip really does its job. It has been the primer that I grabbed for the last couple of months. So I'm just gonna pat that in and let that just marinate on my skin. With my updated makeup routine, I no longer go in with foundation as my next step. So what I've been loving and has just been my jam for the last year has been the 3-step process. Apply your contour, your concealer, and then the foundation, so that you just have a 1-layer base instead of doing foundation, then concealer, then contour. The first thing that I like to do is start with my concealer. So what I'm gonna do is go in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and it is in the shade 57 Walnut. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in all of the areas that I would normally highlight. So that'll be under my eye, bridge of my nose, my forehead, my Cupid's bow, and then my chin. And then I'm going to go in with my Juvia's Place foundation stick. It is in the shade Congo, and I use this as my contour shade. So what I do is I just take it and place it in all the areas that I contour, which would be on my forehead, on my cheekbones, under my lip, and then on my nose. And then I'm also gonna do a little bit of contour on my jawline, but not too much, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna go in with my black Opal Skin Perfecting Stick Foundation. And this also has SPF 15 in it. And I don't know what shade I'm in, to be honest, but all of the products will be down below in the description box. So you can look there for the shade. And then I'm just gonna put that in all the areas that I didn't put any other product, which is usually in between my cheekbones and my jawline, because everywhere else it all just kind of blends in together. So this is really the area I like to put my foundation. I really like this method because my face, even now putting all this product on my face, it still feels like skin. It feels so light, and I still get the coverage that I want. And if I want to add like more brightness or more contour, I can, but it just feels like it's my skin. And I really like that when it comes to makeup, for me to just enhance what I'm already working with here. So to blend out my foundation, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Mist and Set as well as the e.l.f. Buffing Foundation Brush. And I'm just gonna spray a little bit of setting spray on my brush just to help the products blend in. And I'm just gonna use this for my foundation area. I'm gonna use a different brush for my contour, but then once I blend my contour, I'm gonna grab this brush again to just blend all of that together. What I like to do is just pat it into my skin. Then I'm gonna go in with the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush in number 200. And then I'm also gonna spray a little bit of setting spray on that as well. And then I'm gonna use that to blend in my contour. And I like to use this brush because it is a little bit skinnier compared to the buffing brush, so I have more precise control when blending out my contour. And then I'm just gonna blend a little bit of my jawline contour down and then up, just so that we have a seamless blend into the neck. And then I'm gonna go back in with the buffing brush and then just pat everything in together. Now we're gonna move into blending the concealer. And why I also like doing this step, because it gives time for my concealer to get a little bit thick so that it's easier to blend it out. So in order to do that, I'm gonna take my Real Techniques beauty sponge and I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my concealer. And then I'm also gonna use my foundation brush to blend out any harsh edges, because we want everything to blend seamlessly together. So now that the concealer is all blended out, I'm just going to blend in the edges. Usually if it's a calm day, I would stop here with the concealer, but because I'm actually going somewhere, I'm gonna brighten up my under eye, and in order to do that, I'm gonna use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Chestnut. This concealer is very full coverage, so I don't need a lot for what I'm trying to accomplish. So I just put like 3 dots under my eyes and then on the bridge of my nose, and I should be good. In the meantime, I'm gonna blend out my nose contour, and to do that, I'm just using an e.l.f. Flawless concealer brush. I'm gonna go in with the Real Techniques brush in number 300. So it's their deluxe crease brush, but I'm gonna use it to blend in this concealer. Sometimes with the sponge, it does take up some excess product, and we want to keep as much brightening concealer as we can. So this brush is really dense and precise, so I can determine where I want my concealer and how much coverage I want to keep. So now that I have it all blended out where I want it to be, I'm gonna go in with my sponge again and then just blend in those harsh edges so that it can be seamless. Because we still want the brightness there, but we want it to be a very seamless transition. So now that our concealer is all blended out, we can go ahead and set the face. I really like how everything is looking, so we're gonna go ahead and set it before we get any creasing or anything like that. So for my setting powder, I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty. It is the Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder, and it is in the shade Cinnamon Bun. And then I'm gonna take some on the back of my beauty sponge, and then I'm gonna dab the excess on the back of my hand so that it's a smooth set. And then whatever is remaining on the back of my hand, I'm gonna take that and just set the outside part of my cheekbone. And I'm gonna do the same for the other side. I'm gonna dab my sponge in the powder and then bounce it on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna just do one final blend. Immediately go in and set. I'm using a light hand to press the powder in because we want it well integrated. And then I'm gonna just go in and set my nose and my forehead and all of the other areas that I concealed. Perfect, perfect. Very smooth and consistent set. So I don't do a face powder. That's something that I've just never used, because the only areas that get affected with sweat or anything is just my T-zone. So like my cheeks and the rest of my face, like everything just stays in place. So I've never used a face powder. But what I do use is a bronzer. The bronzer that I like to use is the Juvia's Place bronzer palette, and this is in Deep Dark. So I like to use really both shades combined, but I use the top shade mostly, and then sometimes if I want a stronger bronzer, I'll go in with the darker shade. The brush that I use to bronze my face is the Real Techniques brush in number 400. So I just grab some product and I dip a little down here, but I grab some product and then just press it on my face. So I went ahead and did my brows off camera because those haven't really changed that much. So we're gonna go in and set our contour on our nose. So I'm gonna go in with the same bronzing palette from Juvia's Place. And I'm gonna take an e.l.f. Fluffy Eye blender brush to go ahead and set that nose contour that we did. And while we're in this palette, I'm gonna take the brown shades and just blend out my outer crease just to add some color to my eyes, because we're gonna go for a very simple eye look. So we'll just use this color to create a base for our outer crease. So I'm gonna take a flat brush and the remaining concealer that's on the back of my hand that I use for my brows, and I'm gonna use that on my eyelids just a little bit to carve out my eyelid and just bring a little bit of brightness to it. And then I'm gonna take our Beauty Blender sponge and just help blend that out. For our eyes, I'm gonna go in with our same setting powder. Instead of the sponge, I'm gonna go in with the Real Techniques brush. This is in number 402. This is their setting brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of powder and just set my eyelid. Now that that's set, I'm gonna go into the Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm gonna take this brown shade that I've clearly hit pan on, but it's called Kufuru, and it is a great dark brown, like transitional color. So I'm just gonna put that on top of the color that we applied earlier, and that's just gonna add a little bit of depth to that outer corner. So that's pretty much our face. We're gonna go ahead and do our lashes and our mascara, but I'm gonna go ahead and set my face first, and I'm gonna use that same e.l.f. Mist and Set to do so. So for lashes, I'm gonna go in with Miss Lash in the shade PM32, and then I'm gonna use my Duo Glue to apply my lashes. And then for mascara, I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild's Megalength mascara. Go ahead and coat my lashes before putting on my falsies. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put on our lashes. All right, so those are the lashes on. So we're gonna let those dry as we do our lips. So I'm gonna take a makeup wipe and just wipe off any excess makeup and chapstick on my lips so that we can have a fresh base to work with. So I'm gonna go in with the Ruby Kisses lip liner in the shade dark brown and just gently line my lips. And then I'm gonna go in with this matte lip color. It's in Suede. Just put that in the center. And then I'm gonna take some Juvia's Place lip gloss in the shade Barely There. And then I'm gonna take some e.l.f. lip oil. This is in the shade Honey Talks. And we're gonna just put that all over the lip. And then last but certainly not least, I'm gonna go in with some clear lip gloss, and I'm gonna just put that on top for that extra glossy lip. If you're new to this channel, you don't know, but if you're not new, you know all of my makeup looks pretty much have my little inner corner shimmer. So this is still going, okay? I still have not gave that up because I feel like my face looks great now. I love how my makeup looks, but everything is just so muted. So I just need a little bit of shimmer, you know, just a little bit. I'm not doing too much. I just need a little bit of shimmer, okay? A little bit. You know what's crazy? Y'all remember back in 2016 when we used to just like do the extreme highlight? Oh my God. And just thought that we was just so cute, girl. Chile. But I'm gonna go in with the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place, and then I'm just gonna take these two gold shades, this one right here in the top corner and then this one right here in the middle. This palette doesn't have names, but you can see where I'm pointing. The ones that I've hit pan on are the ones that I'm using. I just like to mix those, and then I just put it in the inner corner ever so lightly, so that we can get like a little pop in our eyes. But yeah, this is the final look. I like her. What do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comments. But I like this, and I promise you my face still feels like skin. Like I don't even feel like I have makeup on outside of my lashes, but so lightweight and still gives like coverage, you know? Still gives glam. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair and get dressed, and then I'll come back on camera so you guys can see the full look together. All right guys, so this is the finished look. I went off camera and curled my hair, threw my outfit on because I'm about to head out the door, but I wanted to show you guys what the finished makeup look looks like with full hair and a full outfit on. So if you enjoyed this video, please comment down below, leave a like, and if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe down below, and I will catch you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much, and as always, peace and love. Mwah.